The reason I like coming to the youth center is because everybody nice and like there's nowhere else to go. So like when I get bored, I come to the youth center because if I don't, then I get in trouble.
Thanks, Sheree.
Hi, my name is Chris Halverson. I am a long-term resident of Oregon. I've been here approximately 34 years. And I remember the youth center when it first started up a long time ago. And I am now privileged to be part of the new Oregon Youth Center as we move into the future. I think that the Youth Center has always played a very vital and important role in the community. It serves many children of many backgrounds, and it's just a very positive place for them to come. It's a safe place, free of judgment.
My name is Tanya Tuel-Tice. I'm a local Oregon community member and have been in this community for about the past 13 years. I started volunteering at the youth center in approximately 2010. Not having known where the youth center even was, when I first came into this adventure, it was very stark to me that it was housed in the old ambulance building. Doesn't look like much from the outside, but what's on the inside has been truly amazing, especially after this last 4 years volunteering my time.
The youth center means so much to me.
As a result of the recent economic downturn that we've all survived, unfortunately, one of the tragic results of that is that funding for social programs has been cut, and that does include the Y, which was our parent umbrella sponsoring, whatever you want to call it, entity. And to survive these new times, difficult changes sometimes have to be made.
It's more like a home to me. I come here every day. I would love to volunteer at the youth center someday. The youth center has helped me on days where my parents were working late.
The youth center is such a critical and a vital, important piece to the Oregon community on so many levels. And it is my hope to share with you some of the reasons that I believe and I have seen happen and transpire that assures me that what is in the best interest of the Oregon community, as well as the surrounding communities, is to keep this youth center open, and that the children that we serve, it is also in their best interest.
Now, change can be either positive or it can be negative depending on how you decide to approach it. Here at the youth center, we have decided to approach this change in a positive manner. The Y, due to funding cuts that they've had to endure, has had to sever or will be severing ties with the youth center as of the first part of November.
The youth center is a wonderful place. It provides food and recreational activities.
The youth center is a great place to be. I love coming here for girls' night out.
The youth center is like a second family.
It is too critical to the kids here. It's too critical to the Oregon community, to the Brooklyn Village, to the town of Oregon, to the town of Rutland, to Fitchburg, to Dunn, that if these kids have nowhere to come,
The kids will benefit in the long run. They are now, and it's just going to continue. We hope to set perhaps some new standards. There's been some talk of that for how things could be done in the future, not only for Oregon, but for perhaps for other communities, not only in the county and the state, but across the country, because everyone has suffered budget cuts, not just the Oregon Youth Center. It's all across the board, and we just can't let these young people, who will be our future, I mean, realistically, they're the ones who are going to decide what nursing homes we go into. Let's be honest here. You know, we want to make sure that they have the best possible start that we can, as a community, provide for them.
days here when it's crazy and it's loud and it's fun are truly amazing. Going out into the community and face painting and giggling and laughing, or baking cookies with the seniors and donating to the Luke House, having wee bowling parties against the seniors, it just impresses me so much how many people out there who are taking the time to get to know what the youth center is, to understand it, and to realize that if we don't value our kids and we don't help build them up, who is going to? Sometimes the kids we service aren't the kids that do so well in school, or maybe school's not the right fit for them, or they have some extra special things they struggle with. This is where they get the support that they need.
The youth center, the Oregon Youth Center gives me a place to go after school instead of just riding the bus home, and it's fun because I get to hang out with friends off of school hours.
So do I. So does Kara.
I like the youth center because of the homework club, and I can have a place to do homework so I don't have to do it at home.
OIC, 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 OIC.
There is a very dedicated group of individuals working very, very hard behind the scenes to ensure the survival, because right now I think this is going to sound so dramatic and I don't mean it to be, but we are sort of putting out fires right now and in survival mode, getting set up for more intermediate and long-term goals and results. So in response to some of these dramatic changes, we have decided to move forward in a very positive manner. Foremost in our thoughts are the children. We all have very, very definite feelings of protecting them and providing them with services that they need now and into the future. We are in the process of setting up our own nonprofit corporation, and it's taking us a little bit more work, but we're getting it done. We have some very, very dedicated people who are working very hard to get everything in place.
Getting to know the kids and seeing them move on, hearing their struggles, hearing their laughter, being silly with them, getting out in the community and working on community projects has not only enriched my life, but my son's life as well. And it is my hope for any parent who has a child in the Oregon Community District or even in the outskirts of Brooklyn, Fitchburg, Rutland, Dunn, to take advantage of what's here.
One of the things that we hope to accomplish once we're past survival mode here is to focus on the growth. And we hope to encourage more participation of the community. I think Oregon has been really wonderful. I think people here really understand the concept of community, and the importance of playing an active role in things that do benefit the community. There are so many things happening in the world that we have absolutely no control about, but to see the people in Oregon step up to the plate, and I've been approached, I know other board members have been approached, what can we do? How can we help? I think this is just phenomenal in this day and age, and I am just so proud of this community for taking that positive approach, because we're going to need the community support to really make this happen.
So I encourage you to stop by. I encourage you to come and volunteer on a girls' night or a boys' night. I encourage you to get involved in, if you have a special talent, such as you're fabulous at cooking healthy foods and you want to come in and teach a healthy cooking class, by all means, stop down. We are so open and receptive to get anyone who wants to be a part of this involved. And that's what we need. We need you to be involved. Thank you for listening, and we really, really hope that you come in and you find out what we are about. Thank you so much for your time.
I have been asked in the past, how did I get involved? Why did I pick this group? And basically I walked in one day and said, hi, do you need some help? And I think the reason that I mention that is because I think it's important, because it helps people understand that that's about how difficult it is to join in, to walk in the door and say, what can I do to help? It's not difficult. You just have to ask.
The reason I like coming to the youth center is because everybody nice and like there's nowhere else to go. So like when I get bored, I come to the youth center, because if I don't, then I get in trouble.
Thanks, Sheree. You can go, Jordan.